3-1 the count. Swung on and looped to the shortstop. That's Maria Smith of Edwardsville, and it is a pop out. And that's how the game starts off, with a early out. And up next is Abby Sullivan, number 3, a right-handed hitter. She looks at strike one. Swanson winds and throws, and that's a little bit low. 1-1 is the count. Alton comes into the game with a 9-3 record. Previously beaten Granite City yesterday. That swung on and poked foul down the third baseline, so there'll be a 1-2 count on Sullivan. The Redbirds defeated Granite City 18-2. And have won out of their last 6 games. And that is a close pitch just outside. Sullivan somehow managed to lay off of that one with 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Swanson, and that is outside as well. Just about the same location, but just right off the corner of the plate. It was a 1-2, now it's 3-2. Swanson throws, and it is a single up the middle into center field, and Sullivan, who expertly worked the count, manages to poke a single into center field for the first hit of the ball game. That brings up Ashlyn Betts, who is batting .412 with 4 home runs as well, just like Wong. The left-handed hitter who fouls it off into the Edwardsville bullpen. On the count with 1 out in the top of the first inning. That swung on and a miss. And now it's 0-2. Swanson has her pitch, throws, and has a strikeout. Strikeout looking on 3 pitches. So Betts goes down, looking on 3 pitches, and that brings up Lena Fisher. That's a low ball 1. Fisher is also batting .400, .405 to be precise, with 3 home runs, 13 RBI, and 15 hits. In fact, this entire starting 4 in the lineup are all batting over .400. Sullivan, who's on base with the singles, now batting a little over .441 with her hit. That is low for ball 2. Two and 1 the count, and that's hit in the air, shallow fly ball, and it'll be caught in the infield, and that'll end the inning. Alton gets a runner on first base, but can't advance any further, and going into the bottom of the first inning, it's 0-0 between Edwardsville and Alton.
Roberts Motors is proud to say that we've been serving the Alton area for over 68 years. You must be doing something right to be able to say that. Stop by and find out why customers love the experience at Roberts. We pride ourselves in providing our customers all the information they want in an upfront manner, making the process of buying a vehicle easy and surprise-free. High pressure, hidden fees, surprises, not allowed here. Stop by today and let us show you how buying a car is supposed to be. Roberts, the value store since 1949.
Once I got here to Lewis and Clark, I felt connected to this place. It is about intellectual curiosity and people who want to work with faculty mentors and delve into these areas they're interested in.
And it gives the chance for students to develop a more full version of themselves.
Lewis and Clark for me is going to be the place that I found myself.
Welcome back to Edwardsville as we start the bottom of the first after a scoreless half inning by Alton. The Tigers of Edwardsville will look to tack on the scoreboard first. And batting first for them is number 32, Maria Smith, who is batting 600. I'll say that again, 600 with 21 hits and 35 at-bats. Simply staggering stats, and she lines that one foul on top of a batting cage just off of right field, so that'll be a first strike. And that is a strike. Oh, quickly 0-2, and this is Allison Hagley, a left-handed pitcher for the Redbirds. She comes in with a record of 4-1 with 38 innings pitched this season. That's a little high for ball one. So the opposing pitchers, Hagley for Alton and Swanson for Edwardsville, both coming in with 4-1 records. 1-2 count to Smith. Hagley looking for the sign. She gets it. Throws, and that's high again. Ball two. Was 0-2, now 2-2. Make that 3-2. Off speed's pitch sailed high. And that'll be 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. And a strike three looking on the, looked a little, not saying it was a little high, but on the outside corner. And Smith strikes out. Up next for Edwardsville is Catherine Babinski-Boyd. Number 13, she slaps a ground ball that's fielded and is out. Two quick outs for the Redbirds. That was fielded by Abby Sayak at second base, number 12. So up next for Edwardsville is Mo Castens, left-handed hitter batting .406. She lines a hit just foul. It'll be quickly 0-2. Here's the pitch, and a swung on a miss. Chase that one upstairs, and the Redbirds get out of this inning unscathed, and as we head to the top of the second, it's 0-0 between Alton and Edwardsville.
Brightway Imaging has been serving the Riverbend's radiology needs for over a decade. Brightway's services include MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, and mammography. Brightway offers a more private and comfortable experience with caring and compassionate techs to guide you through each exam. As an independent imaging center, Brightway Imaging offers lower cost exams with pricing you can understand. Prompt service, convenient parking, knowledgeable staff. Let Brightway show why they are a smarter healthcare solution. Visit us at RiverBender.com.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, Bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com. Between Edwardsville and Alton softball, picked things up in the top of the second inning, and it's a 0-0 ball game. Up for Alton is Abby Sayak, and she pulls a ball hard down the third base line, but it's foul. Good rip, but just a little out in front. Sayak is batting .324. She takes a ball a little high. And that's a little outside for ball 2. The Alton dugout is applauding every positive thing, whether it's a ball, a hit, or a home run, as if it's the same. Now it's 3-1. And it's smacked into right center field at the 205 mark at the fence. Sayak heading for third base and will stand up with a triple. Great at back by Sayak as she pulled the ball on her first pitch down the third base line hard, and that time built the count up to 3-1 and smacked it in the right center field. So the Redbirds are in business. The runner at third base and no outs, and up next is Emma Kiger, batting .359, and hits it right to Swanson for a comebacker and will not be able to advance Sayak. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Swanson deals and fires a strike. Up next is, right now I should say, is Audrey Evola. Ball gets down in the dirt and gets off to the side, not all the way to the backstop, and it's not enough for the runner to advance. One and one count. Swanson looks for the sign and delivers a fastball, and it's a bunt. Throws to first, hesitated, and still gets Evola out at third base. That was on the putout, number 23 for the Redbirds, Lexi Gorniak. Showed a little indecision there, but ultimately got the job done. And Edwardsville are a batter away from getting out of the inning. After Sayak got a leadoff triple. This is Shelby Culp, a sophomore outfielder, up for Alton. Oh, and 1 the count. Just a little low, ball 1. Culp is batting .174 this season. Got a piece of that one and fouls it back. That'll make it a 1-2 count. Or 2-2 count, I should say. Culp asks for some time. That was ready. Swanson delivers. Swung on and a comebacker right to Swanson, who throws it out at first base, and Edwardsville managed to get out of trouble. We head to the bottom of the second inning, still 0-0 between Edwardsville and Alton here on RiverBender.com.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
The experience from the time they walk in the door, from the time they sit in front of a financial service officer, we want their experience to be one that they will remember, one that they will leave and tell their friends about, but one that is hassle-free.
We have their best needs at heart, that we deliver on what we say we're going to do.
And let them know that we're there and that we care outside of your money, we care about your family.
Third baseman for the Tigers, Lexi Gorniak, leads things off as she is the cleanup hitter for the Tigers. Bottom of the second, slaps the grounder to second base and is out. So 4 up, 4 down so far for the Tigers. And another put out at second base by Sayok. Up next is Swanson, so it's pitcher versus pitcher right here. She fouls it off. That's a little high. Ball 1 by Allison Hegley, who has 2 strikeouts so far and the 4 batters she's faced. 1-1 with 1 out. Swung on and fouled off again. One and 2 count on Swanson. Hagley gets her sign, delivers, and just outside, fastball. Trying to paint the outside corner. Couldn't get the call. Now it's 2-2. Here's the pitch and a swung on and hit to Sayok again, and another putout. Sayok's been very reliable defensively and at the plate for the Redbirds thus far. And this brings up Mackenzie Owens for Edwardsville. And she looks at a strike. Higley waiting for the sign. Delivers a fastball, slapped past the first baseman and into right field. That is a base hit and the first runner on base for Edwardsville. Owens slaps a single to right field. And that'll bring up Sam Sanders, who's batting .429. And she looks at a first pitch ball. Owens at first base. 2 outs. And another ball upstairs. 2-0 is the count now to Sanders. This is the first time that Hagley has fallen behind in the count this far. Takes her time, finally delivers, and it's lofted in the right field. It's going to be a foul ball, and out of the reach of all three fielders. So timeout was called by Alton head coach Dan Carter. And now we have a 2-1 count with 2 outs. Sam Sanders at the plate for Oversville, and she lofts a foul ball. That'll be caught by the first baseman, Betts, Ashlyn Betts, and that will end the inning as we head to the top of the third. It's still 0-0 between Edwardsville and Alton.
Roberts Motors is proud to say that we've been serving the Alton area for over 68 years. We must be doing something right to be able to say that. Stop by and find out why customers love the experience at Roberts. We pride ourselves in providing our customers all the information they want in an upfront manner, making the process of buying a vehicle easy and surprise-free. High pressure, hidden fees, surprises, not allowed here. Stop by today and let us show you how buying a car is supposed to be. Roberts, the value store since 1949.
Once I got here to Lewis and Clark, I felt connected to this place.
It is about intellectual curiosity and people who want to work with faculty mentors and delve into these areas they're interested in.
And it gives the chance for students to develop a more full version of themselves.
Lewis and Clark for me is going to be the place that I found myself.
.345 in the afternoon here in Edwardsville, and it's the Tigers and Alton Redbirds locked up in a tight softball game thus far. It's 0-0 as we are in the top of the third inning. Big reason why it's a shutout is these two pitchers right here, Kay Swanson versus her counterpart from Alton, Allison Hegley, and she now has a 1-1 count. The left-handed hitter is batting .357 with 8 hits, and it's a comebacker right to Swanson and a put out. Second time, or the third time that Swanson is forced a comebacker right to her. And that'll be a quick out. Now we're back at the top of the lineup with Tammy Wong at the plate. She popped out her first time. Swanson delivers, got her the jam, her hit, and that'll be put out by the Edwardsville third baseman, Lexi Gorniak. Second of the game, and we have 2 quick outs. So Wong is now 0 for 2. Here's Abby Sullivan, who has one of the 2 base hits for Alton. And she takes a ball low. Swanson delivers. That's another ball low in the zone, and it'll be a 2-0 count. Been a little while since Swanson has fallen behind in the count. Back in the first inning. That's a little high again, 3-0. We haven't had any walks thus far. That's a strike down the middle, 3-1 count. And that's another strike. Looked like Sullivan was anticipating a walk right there, but that pitch just painted the outside corner. Now it's a 3-2 count. And swung on, and another comebacker to Swanson. And that'll do it for the top half of the third inning between Alton and Edwardsville. Still 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the third.
Brightway Imaging has been serving the Riverbend's radiology needs for over a decade. Brightway's services include MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, and mammography. Brightway offers a more private and comfortable experience with caring and compassionate techs to guide you through each exam. As an independent imaging center, Brightway Imaging offers lower cost exams with pricing you can understand. Prompt service, convenient parking, knowledgeable staff. Let Brightway show why they are a smarter healthcare solution. Visit us at RiverBender.com.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com as Allison Hagley goes back to work. We got a lefty-lefty matchup between Hagley and Ellie Vox as he just pulls that foul. Just past the first base bag down in the foul territory in right field. Vox is the 8th place hitter in the Tigers lineup. There's the pitch, and that's a strike. Oh, 0-2 count on Vox. There's the pitch, and it's a swung on and a miss. That's Higley's 3rd strikeout of the day. And next up is Jana Canoyer, who's batting .250, and the 9-hitter. And she takes a strike. Little gust of wind in the air. There's a ball outside, now it's 1-1. Been a very tight contest thus far between the two heated rivals here in the Metro East, and that's swung on and fouled back. Both pair of outfielders for both teams have had very little to do thus far through 3 innings. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's low and outside. Here's the 2-2 offering. And it's a strikeout looking. Second straight strikeout for Hagley. Now we're back to the top of the order for the Tigers. And this is Maria Smith, who is now batting just slightly under 600, and she struck out her first time up. Smith takes a ball outside. Smith has 3 home runs and 9 RBIs on the season to go with 21 hits. So she has some power, and she displays some of that right there, and that will get down all the way to the wall for an extra base hit, and Smith will stop at second with a 2-out double. Trying to get a late inning rally going. And that's where you would ideally start it if you're at the top of the order. That brings up Catherine Babinski-Boyd. Who grounded out her first time up. She slaps that one foul. Out of play. Smith at second base and Babinski-Boyd are both juniors. Definitely ones to keep an eye on. There's the pitch, and that's slapped just foul. That would have scored Smith. That was just about a foot foul. And it's 0-2. On Boyd. That is a ball just outside. One and two count on Babinski-Boyd, trying to keep the inning alive for the Tigers. Swung on and fouled off. Just got a piece of that one. Edwardsville comes in with a record of 9-2 and haven't won their last 6. And that is a really good off-speed pitch, but Babinski-Boyd laid off on that one. That'd be really tough to lay off on that one too. That broke. Now it's a 2-2 count. That's high. After being down 0-2, Babinski-Boyd is forced a 3-2 count. We'll see if Smith will take off on this. She does throw down to third base, and she is safe. And that was a walk to Boyd. It looked like the throw was there. And Smith didn't slide as well, but the third baseman for Alton was playing a little in, or just shallow enough. That was Fisher, where she couldn't apply the tag. And that brings up Mo Castens, who struck out her first time up. This is the first time all game where there have been multiple base runners on the bases. Here's the pitch, and that is a ball. Castens is a .406 hitter with 13 hits and 10 RBI and 1 home run. Base hit right here could be absolutely vital based on the way this game has been going with the pitchers. And that is a base hit. It drops down into center field. That scores Smith, and the Redbirds break the deadlock and take a 1-0 lead. By putting 3 runners on, all with 2 outs. A base hit, a double by Smith, a walk by Babinski-Boyd, and now an RBI single by Castens has Edwardsville on top of Alton 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. That brings up Lexi Gorniak, who grounded out her first time up. Higley waits for the sign, fires and throws a strike. One pitch, and that is swung on, hit into the outfield, into the gap, and that gets down. 1 run will score, cut off near the circle, and that is the second straight hit for Edwardsville, and the 4th runner they've put on consecutively, and now it's 2-0. Back-to-back RBI singles by Mo Castens and now Gorniak. Alton has a small conference with Hageley in the circle, and that brings up Swanson. Swanson looks to continue this rally and help herself out, and that's a ground ball right to Sayok and a put out. But the damage is done as Edwardsville with 2 outs score 2 runs and now lead 2-0 as we head to the top of the 4th.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
The experience from the time they walk in the door, from the time they sit in front of a financial service officer, we want their experience to be one that they will remember, one that they will leave and tell their friends about, but one that is hassle-free.
We have their best needs at heart, that we deliver on what we say we're going to do.
And let them know that we're there and that we care outside of your money, we care about your family.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com as we are approaching the halfway point between Edwardsville and Alton. Here in the top of the 4th inning, the Tigers with 2 outs had a big rally and plated 2 runs on with 3 hits and 4 consecutive runners getting on base. And now for Alton, they'll look to respond with power hitter Ashlyn Betts up at the plate. She did strike out her first time up, but now has a count at 1-1. And Swanson jams her and fouls it off to the third base side, and making the count 1-2. This game was supposed to be played 6 days ago, last Thursday, April 4th, but a rain delay postponed that. And now here we are today as Betts strikes out for the 2nd time against Swanson, and that is Swanson's 2nd strikeout as well. That brings up Lena Fisher, who popped out her first time up. That is hit to Gorniak at third base, who throws out Fisher. 1 pitch, 1 out, and now that's quick 2 outs. Brings up Abby Sayok, who the last hitter to reach base, and that was a leadoff triple in the 2nd inning. And that is a strike, making it 0-1. That swung on and hit deep to left field, and that is off the wall in left field. Throw to second base is not in time, and Sayok has a 2-out double. That ball hit off the top of the fence on the fly. And now we'll see if Alton can scrap together a 2-out rally for themselves. Emma Kiger is up at the plate, and she grounded out her first time up. Swanson delivers. That is a ball, or a strike, actually. That is a strike. It's 0-1. That hit by Sayok was the third hit of the game for the Redbirds, and that is high for ball one. Swanson, who has a 4-on-1 record, gets a strike right there, so it's 1-2 the count. She has now pitched in 26 innings, making her the most productive pitcher by far on this Edwardsville staff. That's a grounder to third base, and that is an out. Nice little scoop by Owens at first base, and that ends the inning and the threat. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Edwardsville on top of Alton, 2-0.
Roberts Motors is proud to say that we've been serving the Alton area for over 68 years. You must be doing something right to be able to say that. Stop by and find out why customers love the experience at Roberts. We pride ourselves in providing our customers all the information they want in an upfront manner, making the process of buying a vehicle easy and surprise-free. High pressure, hidden fees, surprises, not allowed here. Stop by today and let us show you how buying a car is supposed to be. Roberts, the value store since 1949.
Once I got here to Lewis and Clark, I felt connected to this place.
It is about intellectual curiosity and people who want to work with faculty mentors and delve into these areas they're interested in.
And it gives the chance for students to develop a more full version of themselves.
Lewis and Clark for me is going to be the place that I found myself.
Start of the bottom of the fourth inning in a tight game, but Edwardsville has broken through in the third inning with 2 runs, and now they lead 2-0. We're in the bottom half of the lineup here for Edwardsville. That swung on and hit to Wong at shortstop for Alton, and that is put out. That was Mackenzie Owens who grounded out. And that brings up number 30, Sam Sanders. That was a quick out for Allison Hagley. We'll try to recover after giving up 2 runs with 2 outs in the third inning. That is slapped foul. And Hagley comes in with a 4-1 record as well in 7 starts, and came in today with 38 innings pitched and now at 41. And that pitch took a couple of bounces before it reached home plate, making it 2-1. Hagley came in with a 2.95 ERA, giving up 40 hits and 16 earned runs. That number is increased to 18. Two and 2 count on Sanders with 1 out in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the pitch that swung on and hit high, deep into center field, and it is just outside of the outstretched glove of Abby Sullivan, and that will be a double for Sanders. Now Edwardsville head coach Lori Blade will send in a pinch runner for Sanders. And that's number 21, a senior, Kylie Myers. So Sanders gets on with 1 out. A double.
15 hitting for 3.
There will also be a pinch hitter. This is Sydney Lawrence, pinch hitting for Ellie Vox. And she is a lefty. Lefty matchup right here between Hagley and Lawrence, and she slaps that into left center field, and that will get down off the wall, and that'll bring in Myers. That'll be an RBI double for Sydney Lawrence as she sends the first pitch into the opposite field and nearly got out. Back-to-back doubles makes it 3-0 in favor of Edwardsville. That'll bring up Jana Canoyer, who struck out her first time up. Takes a ball outside. Here's the pitch, and it's a ground ball to the third baseman. Looks to second base, and the runner advances, and she is safe, just barely. So Lawrence gets to third base after being advanced over by Canoyer. And that brings up Smith, who struck out her first time but then doubled. She kicked off that two-out rally in the third inning and is up again 1 inning later, looking to expand on this lead. Hagley delivers, and that is swung on, hit deep to center field, and that is just over the center field fence. And Maria Smith hits a 2-run home run and gives us Edwardsville a 5-0 lead as she is greeted at home plate by the entire Edwardsville team. It's 5-0 Edwardsville, and they have broken this game wide open. And Alton head coach Dan Carter will take a visit to the circle with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And it looks like that'll be it for, might be it for Hagley. If that's the case, then she would have lasted 3 2/3 innings. Allowing 5 runs, all earned, and that will be it for her. We'll take a short break here at RiverBender.com, and we'll come back in 1 minute.
Brightway Imaging has been serving the Riverbend's radiology needs for over a decade. Brightway's services include MRI. Brightway Imaging has been serving the Riverbend's radiology needs for over a decade. Brightway's services include MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, and mammography. Brightway offers a more private and comfortable experience with caring and compassionate techs to guide you through each exam. As an independent imaging center, Brightway Imaging offers lower cost exams with pricing you can understand. Prompt service, convenient parking, knowledgeable staff. Let Brightway show why they are a smarter healthcare solution. Visit us at RiverBender.com.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com as we pick things up in the bottom of the fourth inning with 2 outs after a pitching change by Alton. Emma Kiger replaces Allison Hageley after the Redbirds have gotten 5 runs in the last 2 innings, and including a 2-run home run by Maria Smith, who batted last. And now up for Edwardsville is Catherine Babinski-Boyd, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Kiger has a 4-2 record with 18 innings pitched and a 1.94 ERA, and now she has gotten ahead of Babinski with a 1-2 count. That's a swung on and a miss, a strikeout, and we head to the top of the 5th inning where Edwardsville leads Alton 5-0.
The experience from the time they walk in the door, from the time they sit in front of a financial service officer, we want their experience to be one that they will remember, one that they will leave and tell their friends about, but one that is hassle-free.
We have their best needs at heart, that we deliver on what we say we're going to do.
And let them know that we're there and that we care outside of your money, we care about your family.
Roberts Motors is proud to say that we've been serving the Alton area for over 68 years. Must be doing something right to be able to say that. Stop by and find out why customers love the experience at Roberts. We pride ourselves in providing our customers all the information they want in an upfront manner, making the process of buying a vehicle easy and surprise-free. High pressure, hidden fees, surprises, not allowed here. Stop by today and let us show you how buying a car is supposed to be. Roberts, the value store since 1949.
Here we are in the top of the 5th inning here at District 7 Sports Complex in Edwardsville with the hometown Tigers sporting a 5-0 lead over the Alton Redbirds. And starting pitcher Kay Swanson has been high quality all game long, allowing no runs on 3 hits and with 2 strikeouts and no walks. And now up for Alton is Audrey Evola, and that is a foul ball, and that's a 1-2 count now. Evola grounded out her last time up. Alton had a really good opportunity to strike first in the 2nd inning when Abby Sayak hit a leadoff triple, but the Redbirds were not able to advance her as they all hit a combination of 2 groundouts and then a bunt that all went to the all didn't advance fast enough from the circle. They weren't able to take advantage of that, and now here we are as Edwardsville has a 5-0 lead. 2-2 count to Evola, and that pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. That was a good stop by Castens behind the plate. And that is a strike 3 call. Swanson gets her 3rd strikeout of the game. She has been clutch. And that brings up Shelby Culp, who grounded out her first time up. In fact, the vast majority of the outcomes of the Alton hitters have been groundouts. First pitch is a ball, making it 1-0 with 1 out. Alton needs to find a way to just get something started. Get a runner on base, and they actually haven't gotten multiple runners on base all game long. It's a 2-0 count. That is a fair ball past the third baseman, as Culp will stay at first base. Thought about rounding to second, but wisely held up. Got that ball just past Gorniak, who dove for it. And Culp gets on base. The fourth hit of the day for the Redbirds, and this brings up Hagley, who slaps it at Swanson, who bobbled it, and it's bobbled again at second. And everybody is safe. First error of the game. So Swanson tried to get her glove in front of the ball, but couldn't, but it still went right to Knoyer at second base, but she also couldn't handle it. And now, just for the, mentioned this a minute ago, the Redbirds for the first time have 2 runners on base. And brings it back to Tammy Wong, who is the leadoff hitter, and she is due. 0-2, and it gets through, and that will hold the runners up at third base. Even after the ball gets away from the first baseman, Owens, who is trying to cut the ball off. So Wong, who came into the game batting .550, hits a single in the right field. Now that brings up Abby Sullivan, who is 1 for 2 with the bases loaded with 1 out, and right before that happens, Lori Blade calls timeout to perhaps just calm everything down and assess the situation. And Swanson will come out of the game, and her replacement is Riley Owens. This will be her 8th appearance, and has thrown 10 innings with a 1-0 record and given up 5 hits, and hasn't allowed, she's allowed 2 runs, but both of them were unearned, so she has a 0 ERA. So both pitchers in these last 2 innings have been taken out. Big situation right here as Alton have the bases loaded with 1 out, with Abby Sullivan at the plate, who is 1 for 2 at the single, and she looks at strike 1. Riley Owens into the game for Edwardsville, and she throws a ball, making the count 1-1. From an Alton perspective, it's imperative that they score multiple runs with this opportunity they have right now, with the bases loaded, and that's a check swing foul over the backstop, making the count 1-2. They had a chance earlier in the game with a runner on third base with no outs and couldn't bring her home. And a swung on and a miss by Sullivan. An off-speed pitch delivered by Owens. And now there's 2 outs with Ashlyn Betts at the plate, and she has struck out twice. But you can never count her out based on her batting average. left-handed hitter, lefty-lefty matchup, and that is fouled off. And Betts has power. She has hit 4 home runs with 17 RBI. Batting over 400. One swing of the bat can make this a 1-run game. Swing and a miss. Chase that one low. Now Owens, 1 pitch away from getting out of trouble. 0-2 count. Swung on, fouled back. Ludus again, 0-2 count on Ashlyn Betts, who has struck out both times up. Here's the pitch, swung on and a miss. Owens strikes out 2 straight batters and gets out of a bases-loaded jam as we head to the top of the 6th inning, or to the bottom of the 5th inning, I should say, with Edwardsville winning 5-0.
Once I got here to Lewis and Clark, I felt connected to this place.
It is about intellectual curiosity and people who want to work with faculty mentors and delve into these areas they're interested in.
And it gives the chance for students to develop a more full version of themselves.
Lewis and Clark for me is going to be the place that I found myself.
Brightway Imaging has been serving the Riverbend's radiology needs for over a decade. Brightway's services include MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, and mammography. Brightway offers a more private and comfortable experience with caring and compassionate techs to guide you through each exam. As an independent imaging center, Brightway Imaging offers lower cost exams with pricing you can understand. Prompt service, convenient parking, knowledgeable staff, let Brightway show why they are a smarter healthcare solution. Visit us at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning with Edwardsville having a 5-0 lead, which feels maybe a little bigger now as they just got out of a bases-loaded jam with Riley Owens coming in to replace Kay Swanson and struck out 2 straight batters to get out of the inning. And here's the catcher, Mo Castens, up at the plate. She's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Pokes it to Wong at shortstop, and she throws out Castens for the first out of the inning. Here's the next hitter for the Tigers, Lexi Gorniak, who's 1 for 2 and also has an RBI single back in the 3rd inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that is a wild one. He goes to the backstop, and that makes it a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch from Emma Kiger, and that is outside again, making the count 3-0 on Gorniak. One out in the bottom of the 5th inning. That is a strike down the middle. Here's the pitch after a little bit of a delay. That is a ground ball right back to Kiger, who throws to Betts at first base to record the out. This brings up Swanson, who is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Looking ahead for Alton later in the week, tomorrow, on Thursday and Friday, they host Belleville West and Breeze Mater Dei. So Thursday is Belleville East and Friday is Breeze Mater Dei at 6 o'clock and Belleville East at 4:30. If they hold on, they'll go to 10-2. The 1-0 pitch to Swanson. Swung on a miss, chased that one high. That's foul back. 1-2 the count. And for Alton tomorrow, they host Collinsville. And then Friday, they will travel to Carrollton at 4:30. And then their next game will be at Jerseyville. That's foul. Tiger gets herself set. Delivers the 1-2 pitch. That's swung on and it rolls foul. Had enough English on that to roll foul. And Swanson earns another chance. Ball just outside. That had to be just outside because that looked like a sweet location right there, but the umpire must have deemed that to be just outside. That call right there has been borderline all game long. And another foul. Just got a piece of that, and it's a 2-2 count with 2 outs. This game has gone fairly quick. Started at 4:30, now it's 5:40. With majority of the game played, and that is a base hit up the middle by Swanson to extend the inning to Mackenzie Owens. And Swanson reaches base for the first time today. Owens is 1 for 2 with a single. Hits now starting to pile up for the Tigers. That is a ball outside and making the count 1-1, 1-0. Here's the pitch from Kiger. That's upstairs for ball 2. Know the count with 2 outs and a runner on first base for Owens, and that's outside for ball 3. Kiger taking her time. Winds and fires, and that is a strike. If you're used to watching baseball, pitchers are on a time limit when they're pitching before and after delivery, so getting a little used to that now. That is fouled up in play, but bounces before anybody can get it. Now it goes to 3-2. Swanson will be running on this. Tiger gets her sign. That swung on and pulled foul. So Owens spoils another pitch, and we'll have another crack at it. Edwardsville looking to start another two-out rally, perhaps. That's hit into shallow center field, and it drops in front of Sullivan, and pitches the throw from Sullivan, and it had to be dove for by Fisher at third base, and that hit put Swanson at third base, and with runners on the corners with 2 outs. And here's Coach Carter out for a word with Fisher. She may have hurt herself. We'll take a short 30-second break while we're waiting for this to end.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
After a little potential injury scare, everything is fine. Now we have another little pause, and just for a position issue, but that's all good now. 2 outs, runners on the corners for Edwardsville with Sam Sanders at the plate, who doubled her last time up. A long pause in between pitches. We are back, and that is high for ball 1. There's a ball outside again, and runner at first base takes off for second, and with no throw, gets there easily. That was Macy McNamee, who is pinch running for Mackenzie Owens. That was a strike, so it's 2-1 the count to Sanders. Base hit could most likely bring in 2 more. That's a swung on and a miss. Making the count 2-2. 2-2, 2 out with 2 runners on base for Edwardsville. We're looking to get some more insurance. Here's the pitch by Kiger, and that is a ball just outside. So now we have a full count. Here's the pitch. That is a called strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Edwardsville, although they put runners on base, can't get anything. And after 5 innings, Edwardsville still maintains a comfortable 5-0 lead as we head to the top of the 6th.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
The experience from the time they walk in the door, from the time they sit in front of a financial service officer, we want their experience to be one that they will remember, one that they will leave and tell their friends about, but one that is hassle-free.
We have their best needs at heart, that we deliver on what we say we're going to do.
And let them know that we're there and that we care outside of your money, we care about your family.
Welcome back to RiverBender.com as we start things off here in the top of the 6th inning between Edwardsville and Alton in a Southwestern Conference softball showdown. And through 5 full innings, it has been not necessarily all Edwardsville, but they have had 2 big innings in the 3rd and the 4th inning as they lead 5-0. And up now for the Redbirds is Lena Fisher, who is 0 for 2, but smacks that one into right field over the right fielder, gets to the wall, and she will head into second base with a stand-up double. And we'll try to get something started for the Redbirds, who have done a fairly decent job of getting runners on base, but they haven't been able to drive them home. That brings up Abby Soyak, who is 2 for 2 with a triple and a double. So she would surely be the #1 candidate to bring a runner home, or at least get something going, but she is jammed, pops it up, and it is caught by the first baseman, Mackenzie Owens. So for the first time, she goes down. And that brings up Kiger, who is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. That's hit right back to Riley Owens and throws it out to Mackenzie Owens for the 2nd out of the inning. This brings up Audrey Vola, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Riley Owens, the pitcher, who has come in and just completely unfazed. Had to get 2 batters out with the bases loaded in the previous inning. Calmly struck them out. And after giving up a leadoff double, has now gotten the last 2 batters out. And that was a ball outside. 2-1 on Evola. That's low for ball 3. Making it 3-1. Evola is the 7th hitter in the lineup for the Redbirds, and she hits it into the air, center field, and it is caught by Swanson in center field, and that will do it in the top of the 6th inning, and it's still 5-0 Edwardsville.
Roberts Motors is proud to say that we've been serving the Alton area for over 68 years. We must be doing something right to be able to say that. Stop by and find out why customers love the experience at Roberts. We pride ourselves in providing our customers all the information they want in an upfront manner, making the process of buying a vehicle easy and surprise-free. High pressure, hidden fees, surprises, not allowed here. Stop by today and let us show you how buying a car is supposed to be. Roberts, the value store since 1949.
Once I got here to Lewis and Clark, I felt connected to this place.
It is about intellectual curiosity and people who want to work with faculty mentors and delve into these areas they're interested in.
And it gives the chance for students to develop a more full version of themselves.
Lewis and Clark for me is going to be the place that I found myself.
Welcome back to Edwardsville, in the District 7 Sports Complex. Just 6 minutes shy of 6 p.m. And it's the bottom of the 6th inning where the Tigers lead the Alton Redbirds 5-0. And this is Sydney Lawrence, who in her first at-bat knocked in an RBI double. And she swings and hits a high fly ball into center field, but that'll be caught by Abby Sullivan. Lawrence gave that one a ride once again, but just a little too high and not far enough for Phillips to get under that one. This now brings up Jana Canoyer. That is outside, a nice stop by the Alton catcher. Warriors 1 for 2 and is a swing and a miss. Count is 1-2. Nobody on base with 1 out for Edwardsville. That's swung on and foul back and off the roof of the concession stand building. Emma Kiger has done a good job so far after replacing Allison Hagley. And continues to do that with her 3rd strikeout. Giving up no runs and 2 hits thus far. That'll bring up Maria Smith, though, who is 2 for 3 with a double and a 2-run home run. That's where we stand at 5-0 when it was 3-0. She now has that home run she hit in the 4th inning, brings her now to 5 home runs this season. That's also the second. This is also the second consecutive game where she has gone yard. That's high again, 2-0. Two-0 count with 2 outs, and Smith Hits that one a ton, but a little too out in front of that one, as that ball is still bouncing in the parking lot. So a long strike makes it 2-1 in the count. Tiger delivers off speed pitch, but it's outside for ball 3. Smith with a hitter's count at 3-1. Swings and misses. Tiger powered that fastball by her. Smith now has a 3-2 count. Tiger with the delivery, and that is a ball outside, and Smith earns a 2-out walk. That'll bring up Catherine Babinski-Boyd, who is 0 for 2, but has gotten on base with a walk. Pitch is high for ball 1. Here's the delivery from Kiger, and that's upstairs again, making it ball 2. She's struggled at times to keep the ball low. And here's Coach Carter coming out with a mound visit, or circle visit, I should say. Doesn't look like he's going to take Kiger out, just giving her some instructions. Words of wisdom. Just in case if you're listening, if you're watching or listening, and in case you've forgotten, the St. Louis Blues are playing tonight in the first round of the playoffs. They begin their playoff journey tonight at 7 o'clock against the Winnipeg Jets. Always a big deal when the Blues are in the playoffs. Nice to see them back after a one-year absence. Puck will drop in exactly 1 hour. And at the moment, Babinski-Boyd of Edwardsville has a 3-0 count. With 2 outs, looking to extend their lead just a bit before we head into the 7th and final inning. Tiger fires in a strike, making it 3-1. Hitters count, and that is ball 4. She earns her second walk of the game, and that brings up the catcher, Mo Castens, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. So when Edwardsville scored 2 runs in the 3rd inning, all on 2 outs, Castens got her RBI single. That was the first run of the game for the Tigers. And she'll see if she can try and replicate that here in the 6th inning. Oh and 1 count. That is a strike. Caught the outside of the corner that time. Makes the count 0-2. Realistically, Alton may be too far behind the amount of comeback, but you never know in high school softball. That is hit into foul territory and out of the reach of everybody over there, and we'll start again. Well, the Redbirds, if they can get out of this inning with not allowing any runs, can give them just a little bit of a spark. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away again. And somebody's window might be a little shattered after that, as we all heard a big thud. And I can confirm that was not my car, so thankfully I won't have to be going to repair my windshield anytime soon. 0-2 pitch again. That is hit off the glove of Wong and keeps it in the infield, and Smith will be forced to stay at third base, but the bases will be loaded with 2 outs now for Lexi Gorniak, who is 1 for 3. That was Caston's second hit of the game, and most likely will finish 2 for 4 today. That's a hit, and it'll be caught by Wong. Shallow pop fly, and so Alton will get out of this inning unscathed. As we head to the top of the 7th inning, with Edwardsville leading 5-0.
Brightway Imaging has been serving the Riverbend's radiology needs for over a decade. Brightway's services include MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, and mammography. Brightway offers a more private and comfortable experience with caring and compassionate techs to guide you through each exam. As an independent imaging center, Brightway Imaging offers lower-cost exams with pricing you can understand. Prompt service, convenient parking, knowledgeable staff. Let Brightway show why they are a smarter healthcare solution. Visit us at RiverBender.com.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry to see us. Your local independent insurance agent at 467-2874.
Who singled her last time up and is 1 for 2.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
And she takes for ball 1. Well, we're going to come back. It'll be a really tough prospect, down 5 runs on the road at Edwardsville, and then with Riley Owens on the mound, and that is a ground ball to Canoyer for the first out of the inning. Here's Hageley, who is 0 for 1 after having reached on an error her last time up. She takes for ball 1. Oh, just trying to look for something to get started. What's also really impressive about Riley Owens here is that she is a freshman. 1-1 the count. Swung on, foul tip. One and 2 the count with 1 out. And that is a ball just outside. Quite a few pitches where I just It's really hard to fathom that some of these hitters can just lay off on those with 2 strikes, but it's worked out. So far it has worked out right here for Hagley. Now it's a 2-2 count. Swung and a miss on an off-speed pitch by Owens. That brings up Tammy Wong, who's the leadoff hitter at the top of the order. She singled her last time up. Owens now has 4 strikeouts and given up 1 hit. Wong trying to extend this game for the Redbirds. And she does. With a single into left field, and looked like Smith was trying to barehand that with her right hand. Probably a good thing she didn't catch that, or else she could have easily injured her hand, but hard in the right place as he's trying to make the play. But Wong extends this game to Abby Sullivan, who is 1 for 3, singled in the first inning, and struck out her last time up. Owen won the count. Owen's trying to close this game out. After entering in the 4th inning. That swung on and hit over the first baseman. And a base hit for Sullivan. Just over the outstretched hand of Mackenzie Owens, and Kenoyer had a hard time fielding that. So now Alton not going down without a fight with 2 straight base hits, and that brings up Ashlyn Betts, who is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. She's had a very tough time today, and that is a ball outside. That swung on, ground ball to Kenoyer, who loses it in midair. And now the bases are full. How about this? So for the second time in the game, the bases are loaded for Alton, and now Lori Blade will take a visit to the circle. That surely looked like that was going to be the final out of the game. Well, and for the first time, that was the first time Betts put the ball in play, and she was able to, really out of her control, get on base. And for the first time, Alton will, at least for the first time, try to push a run across home plate. And if they can do that, especially a extra base hit right here by Lena Fisher, who doubled her last time up, then that would make this game very interesting. That is a strike. And now maybe a little bit of nervousness from Edwardsville, potentially. As instead, with no runners on base with 2 outs, the bases are loaded. But a swung on and a miss makes the count 0-2. Alton's dugout certainly has some new life. Owens with the pitch, and that is swung on, hit foul. Good thing it did go foul, or else that would have been a easy ground ball to corral. Fourth pitch of the at-bat. And that is a strikeout looking. And that will do it. Fisher strikes out with the bases loaded to end the game. And that will do it as Edwardsville ultimately hold on to win 5-0 after a little bit of trouble in the 7th inning. They win 5-0 and go to 10-2 while Alton moves to 9-4. And thank you for tuning in to RiverBender.com. For all of us, I'm John Huff. Thank you for tuning in and good afternoon.